It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. She off your mind, like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, MaiyegunDiary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the torchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, MaiyegunDiary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say MaiyegunDiary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, MaiyegunDiary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this man not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come,
Oh, ye do I walk. Oh, Mary, oh, Nindizu, Modiria, Abakare, Mama Daora, Unapuri, Mary, Nandi, win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri, Mary, Nandi, win the war. Python dance.
My name is Igbophobia, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done, and the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining me. I know a lot of you have been waiting, and it's a pleasure to join you tonight from wherever you are watching from. So share this broadcast, like the broadcast, subscribe if you haven't already, and then sit back. Let's have a talk, let's have a conversation. I mean, rigging, violence, this and that happened during their elections. We can say their old charade is the first part of the longer road to freedom, people call it, right? The first part of it has been completed or concluded, or whatever you want to call it. But this, this fraudulent, divisive election is leaving it in its wake a divided or more divided country. But this particular election has also exposed the Igbophobia in Nigeria. I think it is time for us to talk about it again. I have never stopped talking about all of this anyway, but I know the tension is high. A lot of you are angry. In fact, now that you have come to realize how effed up Nigeria is, especially with these characters. The first 7.5 to 8 years of APC, we have seen the upscale, increased state-sponsored profiling of the Igbos. We've seen so many of these. We've seen them murdered, killed, jailed. And we have seen their elite laughing, obnobbing with the same system. However, for the first time, I want to give all of us a wake-up call. There is something looming in Nigeria. It is xenophobic. It is worse. It will consume all of us, including a lot of you who are hiding behind your bigotry right now, right? And we should talk about it at this point. If they cannot be president, if they cannot vote for who they want without anybody having to profile them, I think after this whole thing, it is ideal for everybody to have a conversation. And we're going to start it tonight. Yeah. Igbophobia. Repeat it. Igbophobia. It is so widespread, entrenched in Nigeria polity. If it is not addressed now, we will never come back from this.
Facebook, and yes, we like Lórí YouTube, and yes, we like Baba and yes, we like.
Thank you. Because of our time, because I really wish I'm going to take us tonight so that I can possibly, or we all can hear from others too. There is fire on the mountain. And I am calling on every one of us, or everybody who might come across this video, to run. There is fire on the mountain of Nigeria that the moment it starts burning, it will consume all of us, especially the fact that the tribal supremacy, that the politicians in Nigeria have been using for years. This time around, it is, it has caught deep and deeper. Some of you probably may not really understand the significance of what happened in Lagos yesterday and what is still happening today. Rigging elections in Nigeria, as corrupt as Nigeria is not new. Blaming the Igbos, profiling them, suspecting them, and all of that, even when people say them in harsh tones, is also not new. In fact, if you are not an Igbo in Nigeria and you suddenly, or not suddenly, you are in a way disagree with what you know as a state profiling of the Igbo Easterners in Nigeria. When you profess that in Nigeria of today, the non-Igbos will see you as an outcast, even though if you are from them. The other Igbos who have been, well, I've told people many times, I said, if all of us who are not from the eastern part of Nigeria, if we should just turn the table and we are the one, right, who are on their side and they are on our side, what do I mean by that? 5 million people were killed needlessly simply because they want to force them to remain in Nigeria to face this shege that all of us are facing today. Now, 5 million people slaughtered, and those who killed them or initiated that and supervised that, rather than them to stand trial for that crime, they were rewarded with more higher offices in Nigeria. The victims were watching their murderers celebrating and clicking glasses of new promotion, new wealth, and their conqueror and all that. So Nigeria never healed from that. Rather than Nigeria to heal, rather than for those who are in charge of Nigeria to heal Nigeria, they banked on that misdeed. And from then till today, till now, majority of them have tried to mellow it, manage it, pretend about it, you know what I mean? And it comes up during elections once in a while. But you see what Tinubu and gang have done is going to be called Igbophobia 2.0. What does that mean? Bokwari and his Fulani elite, the terrorist in his government, for reasons best known to them, they singled out the Igbos, despite the fact that they have Igbos in their party, in their government. But Buhari singled out the eastern part of Nigeria. They escalated insecurity in that part, just like what they did. It's a little bit different, but just like what they did there, that eventually led to the war, the genocide of Rwanda. That was fast, Maiyegun. You're talking about Buhari. Why do you quickly switch to Rwanda? I'll tell you. What Buhari is doing in eastern Nigeria in the last 7.5 years, the people they have killed, the people they have jailed, so many of them that have disappeared, they can't account for, all because they said the Biafra, the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, they are calling for referendum. They want to leave Nigeria. That's all they needed. That decision or that position is a threat to the political establishment of eastern Nigeria, which is in alignment with the Nigeria establishment. So they gave way for Buhari. All they needed was just to call you something before they kill you or jail you, dehumanize you, militarize the eastern Nigeria. But yet, you have battalion of army deployed to eastern part of Nigeria. and not even a single person has been tried successfully for any crime they have listed, and they have attached to IPOB themselves. You probably haven't been paying attention, or you have. You just kind of don't like him. If you don't like somebody, anything they say about him must be true. How do we make you fear that those who are asking for referendum, those who felt so marginalized, profiled, those who have been suffering Cold War in Nigeria, you thought they were overreacting? Abi, you thought they were playing victim until yesterday in Lagos. Or should I say, until Lagos, or until Tinubu said they want to be president of Nigeria. Today, even Yorubas, they were calling Igbos overreacting. They are just to everything. Every time they complain, they should go back to their region and fix their region, ignoring the fact that that's exactly what they wanted. Go back to their region, develop their region, do their own thing their own way without Nigeria having to tell them how to do it. But the political establishment there love the status quo. Nigeria want the status quo, so then they won't go. Just call them anything. Call them this or that. Organized crime, sponsor criminals. Tell them to shout IPOB, IPOB, commit crime, so that you can use that to convince the people why you are going to civilian villages with civilian communities with aged men and women, disabled people, and you are slaughtering them in their homes because you are looking for IPOB. All of this were carried out in 7 years. 8 years. They have killed thousands of people. That is Boko Haram, Igbophobia, 1.0. Buhari divided Nigeria more, and APC, Egbekegbe, they spend so much money on propaganda that their members, their sympathizers, they present a picture of they are so scared of IPOB more than they are scared of Boko Haram. Can you believe that? Even a governor said, Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, they are better than IPOB. They said, why? He said, well, they are criminals, no doubt. Okay? But they are not trying to break up Nigeria. But IPOB, they want to break up Nigeria. That is unacceptable. Why is it unacceptable? Then you now label your campaign simply because somebody, like everybody else, we are all Nigerians. We are all Nigerians. We should unite. We should come together. Unity beggars. One man, one vote. Democracy. We are all Nigerians. We are free to go to anywhere we want. Lórí irọ́. Then a Nigerian from Igbo land decided to run for office. Immediately, that puts every Igbo man and woman alive on earth, put them in the danger list. Some of them don't even support this man. Oh, as an Igbo man, right? They don't even support it. They don't support him for their own reasons. But the fact that he is standing, that automatically triggered Igbophobia 2.0 to the point that a Yoruba young man was aggressively presented as an Igbo who is leading the Igbo to come and take over Yoruba land. The Igbophobia got to a point that even Yorubas, they said they look like Igbo. Therefore, they are outcast. They are not welcome to participate in the elections. We should be worried.
ó di ọ̀dàlẹ̀ fún ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀, ó di ọ̀dàlẹ̀ fún neighbor ẹ̀, ó di ọ̀dàlẹ̀ fún classmate ẹ̀. Ó di gba politics, ó fẹ́ kàn pa ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ nítorí kò ń ṣe Yorùbá. Wàá dẹ̀ lọ sílé ìjọsìn ẹ ní ọjọ́ Friday àtọjọ́ Sunday, wàá lọ tẹríba fún ẹni tí wọ́n ń sìn. Ta ló wá ń tàn báyìí, ta ló ń gbé mọ́ra, ta ló ń run street fún? Ìwọ di ọ̀dàlẹ̀, ìwọ tí wọ́n jẹ́ èèyàn, ìmí inú yín gan ò jọ ọmọ Yorùbá. Tí wọ́n bá rá yín gbá, ẹ rò pé Ìgbò nìkan lẹ fẹ́ pa àbí? Ìmí inú yín gan, ó sì máa kàn ẹ́, ó sì máa kàn ẹ́, ó sì máa tàbà ẹ́. Ṣeṣẹ́ tí Ọlọ́run tí wọ́n ń sìn rán ẹ nìyẹn. Torí ọ̀la jẹ́ Sunday àbí ọjọ́ ìsinmi, ó tún máa lọ wólẹ̀ wá ké wájú Ọlọ́run, wá yí bíríbíríbírí wá ní who has the final say, àbó òkú iṣẹ́. But neighbor ẹ àti classmate ẹ, ìwọ ló fẹ́ kán rí wọn pa lójú títì. Ìwọ ló ń nàka sí wọn, wọn ló ń pè wọn lọ́mọ Ìgbò, kú iṣẹ́. Ìgbàgbọ́ tí wọ́n gbé mì, ṣé nǹkan tó ń rán ẹ nìyẹn? Ṣé nǹkan tí Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam àti Jésù Kristi rán wọ nìyẹn? Nǹkan tó ń rán ẹ nìyẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ òótọ́ fúnra wa, nǹkan tí mo ṣe ń ṣèdè sí ẹ nìyẹn o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ òótọ́ fúnra wa o. Nǹkan tó gbé rán wa kọ́ leléyìí. Nǹkan tó ń rán wa ń ṣẹ́ kọ́ leléyìí. Báwo lo ṣe máa ní ọmọ ẹlòmíì lára? Kí ni ìwọ ṣe tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ Yorùbá? Kí ló ṣe tó fi jẹ́ Yorùbá? Ṣé ìwọ ló yan àwọn tó bí ẹni tó fi wá fẹ́ máa lépa ẹ̀mí èèyàn míì? Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi àwọn ìwà yìí lẹ̀. Ìwà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ gangan ló ń hù yẹ. Ọ̀dàlẹ̀ sí èèyàn ló ń hù yẹ gangan. Ìwà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ lélẹ̀ tí o fẹ́ máa da ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀, o fẹ́ máa da neighbor ẹ̀, o fẹ́ máa da classmate ẹ̀. So àtọjọ́ yìí o ti ń dúró láti dà wọ́n àbí? Mr. Ṣẹ́gun Judas Iscariot, Dayo Judas Iscariot, Kọ́lá Judas Iscariot, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ gbogbo yín là ń rí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fa àwọn ìwà yìí lẹ̀ o. Ẹ lè máa pa èèyàn nítorí pé kò ń ṣe àwọn aráàlú ẹ̀. A lè máa ṣèkà fáwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wa, a lè máa ṣèkà fáwọn tá à ń bá ṣiṣẹ́. Kí ló le tó yẹ gangan náà? Bó ṣe ń lọ ilé ìjọsìn lọ́la, tó bá ti nẹ́ní bọ́dì tó ní sínú tó ti ṣèkà fún, kó ti lọ tọrọ ìdáríjì. Torí 2023 yìí ó lóyún, ó dẹ̀ máa gbéra. Tó bá dẹ̀ gbéra báyìí, ó máa tàbà ẹni tó bá lọ ṣe ẹni àwọ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan náà? Àwa náà la máa sọ pé a ní orúkọ, àwa náà la máa sọ pé a níwà, àwa náà la máa sọ pé orúkọ kan dájú fàdákà kan lọ, kìnnìkan. Ẹ wo wa tá à ń gbé síta. Ṣọ́wọ́ Yorùbá ló yẹ kán ti bá eléyìí. Ṣọ́wọ́ wa ló yẹ kán ti bá eléyìí. Ìwọ fẹ́ kán pa ọmọ Ìgbò, ìwọ tí mò ń wò, ìwọ fẹ́ kán pa ọmọ Ìgbò àbí? Ọmọ Yorùbá.
Sorry if you are non-Yoruba speaking viewer. I'll tell you what she said. She experienced Igbophobia in Lagos yesterday. She's a doctor and she's Yoruba. Born, raised and bred in Lagos. But when the thugs cited her, somebody in the crowd pointed at her that she is not going to vote for APC. She's obedient. Finally, she is not Yoruba, she is Igbo. So why did I mention Rwanda earlier? What happened in Lagos yesterday was exactly the beginning of the killings of over 100,000 Hutus and Tutsis. So that lady said she witnessed people, neighbors, pointing at other neighbors to be attacked and killed by the APC thugs in Lagos yesterday. That it was so bad that they were also profiling Yorubas. And they were telling them they are telling it to their faces that you are not Yoruba. If that you can speak Yoruba doesn't make you Yoruba. Oh, because you have Yoruba name. So because you have Yoruba name now, that makes you Yoruba. No, we don't believe you are Yoruba. Get out of here. Some of you are Yoruba outcast self. You are not real Yoruba. Just get out of here. We don't want you here. So that's what happened in in Rwanda. After all the journey of races or ethnic and all that, or tribes in Rwanda, you have the Tutsis, you have the Hutus, and then you have, you have about 4 of them. But the majority, the Tutsis, about 70% of the population. Then the Hutus. So the Tutsis were given the power to be like, they were like superior, they feel more like powerful and all that, to the point that in Rwanda, they had to issue identification cards to them that describes where they come from. Sure, you get, like in Nigeria now, you have what they say, if Nigeria is one, why do you have to keep saying one Nigeria, one Nigeria? Why don't you just say Nigeria? It's because there's no one Nigeria. So you say one Nigeria. But meanwhile, on the identification card that the government of Nigeria, the state governments in Nigeria and all them are printing, they are to tell and kind of describe you where you come from. And they call them state of origin. So which means you might be a Nigerian, okay? But as much as Nigeria doesn't really exist, okay, you are just going to exist based on the classification. And in Nigeria context, the Igbos were classified as third-class citizens in Nigeria by everything. Everything you see with the Igbos, they hand it to. And some of you are complaining, we have no bad road, we have this terrible road. They cannot fix Lagos-Ibadan expressway. This train, the train they gave you, that train is locomotive. All those things you complain about. Oh, we don't even have electricity. We only have electricity 10 hours a day. All those things, in Eastern Nigeria, they are luxury. Oh, government should build houses. Government should build schools. In Eastern part of Nigeria, they build things themselves. As we would drag the federal government of Nigeria, drag anybody where they there, whether na Yoruba or whether na we don't give a damn. As you can freely drag them, the Igbos can't. Every time they are tempted to, they will be told they should not start what they don't want to. Do they want another war? Anything. When Igbos try to have a conversation to say, oh yeah, as Nigerians, we have to, the other person watching him will be like, though you better be careful. Though you better don't start. Because they are not saying. I am saying this to you, not to patronize any of you, Igbos, if you are watching me right now. Because none of this is in anybody's interest. In fact, for those of us who are Omoluabis, we should be more worried at what is actually now existing and spreading within us. You know what they are saying? They said we are too accommodating. Yorubas are too gentle. Yorubas are this. We need to change that. We need to become xenophobic. That is the new Yoruba they are promoting. But in the process of doing that, this is where blood classification will come from. In the process of trying to shut the Igbos, they are now doing blood classification in Yoruba land. Oh, we are too accommodating. What happened to my daughter then? If we are just too accommodating and then her mother is Igbo. We don't know. We don't, because they don't care. They don't think it through. They are just regurgitating or repeating what the criminal politicians who kept us poor give us a miseducation. Do you get that? They got us miseducated, right? They got us economically disempowered. They did all of this to our young people so as to limit their ability to challenge situation that doesn't really befit humans. So when they talk, let me tell you something. We were then asking, hang on. If the situation we have found ourselves right now is that the Igbos are kind of walking threat to non-Igbos in Nigeria. Here is another one. Why everybody should be concerned, even if you are not Igbo. Let me show you something. This particular image is a screenshot of a tweet from the spokesperson for Tinubu's presidential campaign, Bayo Ononuga. Now, Bayo Ononuga happened to be one of the what do you call it? The manufacturing hub of any propaganda you see against the Igbos since their presidential charade started. They are part of those who cook up different propagandas. Igbos this, Igbos that. Are you with me? And they dish them out on WhatsApp, every platform in the last 1 year. Now that what they did in Lagos yesterday has been done, it seems that they are not done with the Igbos. So look at this guy. A young man who has been living in Lagos got attacked yesterday. They broke his leg. They almost killed him, and at this point they said, you see this leg? They will likely amputate the leg. Now, with what they did in Lagos yesterday, and with what the likes of Bayo Ononuga from Ijebu, this person is from Ogun State, okay? From my own state. It's actually from my side, Ijebu, Ononuga. But with the tokenism and then whatever he's getting from Tifnumbu, he tweeted, he said, let 2023 be the last time of Igbo interference in Lagos politics. Nigeria says Igbos are Nigerians. They can vote and be voted for as Nigerians. But if you think the Igbos suffered anything, suffered under this APC Bokwari, now this is what you are. You should be looking forward to. Because an Igbo man said he wants to be president, automatically, like I said, change to this. And their popular line is, the Igbos said, Lagos is no man's land. Do you all watching me right now want to know something? APC is evil. And I mean this with every sincerity in me. APC is so evil that I don't know how I can actually explain that to you. But take a look at something. They have Igbos in their party. Joe Igbokwe is in Lagos, is Igbo. Yeah? However, with the level of bigotry, hatred that the likes of Bayo Ononuga, Festus Keyamo, Femi Foni Kayode, Dele Alake, and the rest of them. Now, look at this. They believe that everyone from eastern part of Nigeria is Igbo. Everyone who, whether you are from Niger Delta of Nigeria, to some of these bigoted, miseducated, and poor young Yorubas, you are all Igbos. I said that yesterday, didn't I? Now, before the election, look at this guy, Dr. Olusegun or so. I think they said that he lives in the UK. Sure you get now. He lives in the UK. So he said, when we take Lagos back, it's a Bano market I want to remember that during the Civil War, when the Igbos had to hurriedly leave the other part of Nigeria to Igbo land, they couldn't take their properties. And you know what happened? Some of these children, probably not born, they were not born then, or maybe they were told that despite some Yorubas returning the properties back to the Igbos, the majority of those properties were never returned, simply because the owners never returned back to Lagos and they were considered to have died. And in fact, historically, there are so many Lagos millionaires today, families, or popular names in Lagos today, that the properties that actually gave them the wealth that their children inherited came from the same Biafra war of the abandoned property. They call them abandoned properties, which were later redistributed to some of those who had the political connections at the time in Yoruba land in Lagos. This is true story, right? Now look at these young ones who are now growing up. Some of them are older. Sure you get. They believe that every property, and they're wondering, by the way, there's something going on that some of you probably have not noticed, or maybe you have, and I'm just going to remind you. There is this general saying by these jobless Lagos Abobakus, entitled Lagos Abobakus. Tifnumbu gave Igbos everything in Lagos. He feed them, he clothed them, he gave them houses, and he made them billionaires. And I'm like, 24 years. So every time they walk around Lagos, where some of them who used to be children of homeowners in Lagos, and who have decided to sell off their parents' properties to the Igbos who have the money. And when they walk about and see this plaza here, and they see this multi-story building apartments here, and you know what I mean? And they remember what they have lost. I think a lot of them, that if Numbu couldn't give food to, give clothing, and give money and make billionaire Yorubas. But the Igbos that traveled from far to Lagos, according to them, they were able to work, save, and invest in the same Lagos where they are paying their taxes. Now, the children that the political class in Lagos prefer to raise as thugs, political thugs, that they give crumbs to, maybe after an election like that, when they walk about, frustrated in frustration, they are sad and jealous. Now look at this place. So this whole street is now owned by the Igbos. This particular street is now owned by the Igbos, as if to say the Igbos put gun in their heads and they took their properties. So when they now try to project that on the rest of the Yorubas, because you know what? There are hardworking Yorubas who are also billionaires, who made their money legitimately in Yoruba land. A lot of them are watching right now, and they are so sad where this whole thing is going. Because it's only those who are jobless, lazy, entitled, who feels like as Yorubas, they were not supposed to be suffering. As Yorubas, they were not supposed to be homeless. As Yorubas, they were not supposed to be struggling. As Yorubas, they were not supposed to be jobless in Lagos. As Yorubas, they are not supposed to be poor. But they are poor. They are jobless. They are frustrated. They look around and they are wondering, how could the Igbos buy all of this? And our leaders are not doing anything. What do you want your leaders to do? You are selling your properties. You are selling your inheritance. You are selling your land. The Agberos that are selling the land, they prefer to sell them to the Igbos, sell them to the Lebanese, sell them to Dangote. They won't even empower you with the land. So if there is something that is actually happening, that they are projecting in the name of Yoruba, it is a jealousy of entitled, lazy people that are listening to criminals who made them poor, but they have nobody to blame. They are not bold enough to blame the people who made them poor. So they look for somebody else. And some reason. Do you know that those who are promoting Lagos is no man's land, Lagos is no man's land, Lagos is no man's land on social media, especially in the last 1 year, they have been these jobless Lagos Abobakus. Majority of them are Yorubas. So many of them are not paid. They just open different fake accounts on social media. Uchechuku, IPOP, IPOB, Biafra, Chinedu. And all these names that some of you are engaging on social media in the last 1 year. I can tell you this for free. They are those who have been baiting you. And it worked. Not that it's made them win election. Oh. You know they rigged that, Abi, violently and all that, Abi. But they did more damages than rigging elections. They have rigged our long-held, historical, peaceful coexistence. That's what they have done. And the ripple effect of that is going to last longer than what they have done, because you see all those fake names on social media, fake profiles with Nnamdi Kanu picture, a IPOB flag, and all of these things, who are instigating this tribal bigotry mostly. Like you will see the Yoruba, you come there and say something, then you will just suddenly see all these fake accounts with Igbo names, with all these funny names. They will start making all these remarks to bait a lot of you out. And it worked. Today, relationships are being severed. Long love, long relationship are being cut off. And guess what? Why? Because they are Igbo or Yoruba. I can never do anything with any Yoruba in my life again. I can never do anything with any Igbo in my life again. So it worked, didn't it? It worked. And that is our one-way ticket to Rwanda. Some said it's our one-way ticket to Somalia. We are already in Somalia. Rwanda is where we are going to come true and honest that APC, Egbekegbe, they have awoken. They've woken up the beast in our people. Weaponized poverty with some gingered tribalism that has no clear base or basis until we start killing ourselves. Until we start killing ourselves. They've gotten what they wanted. They've rigged it. They said, go to court. They've gotten what they wanted. So you can deal with yourselves. So then I'm saying, if they have now woken the beast in us, that those of you who have been waiting for a time to speak your mind about Yoruba people, you have now spoken them. Those of you who have been waiting for the time to speak your truths, how you really feel about the Igbos, APC has given you the chance. Do you want to go back to we are one, we should forgive and forget and go on after all of this? Is that what you want to go back to? To live in that denial? Let's forget the whole thing. We are brothers and sisters. It's only the politicians that want to divide us. We know. And you have helped them. It's done. If we don't force the hand of these rogues to start having that conversation about Nigeria, we are going to wake up to something that we won't be able to reverse. The level of bigotry because of election, the level of hatred, the level of attacks, killings. A majority of them is because they feel like they are doing it to save Yoruba land from some people who are coming to take the land from them. Which land? The one that you don't even have any control of any piece of it. So isn't it better for us to start talking about the breaking up of Nigeria now? Igbo politicians, Igbo elites, all of you in bed with one Nigeria, your businesses outside Igbo land, I think it is time for you to start telling yourself the truth. You know how the Jews survived. I read about them. Listen, my own account of what I'm going to say, okay, is just going to be in context of what I'm actually presenting to you. So it doesn't have to be like word for word of what the Jews, what they did, right? How did the Jews survive? Especially after the Second World War. I'm sorry, after the First World War, before the Second World War, then after the Second World War. When it became so much like being a Jew is like a curse, like you're an outcast. They've told so many things about them. And wherever they go, they are treated with scorn, disrespect, and so on. And what happened? The Jews, they ended up scattered, trying to find safety. The Jews, historically, they said they love to comply even when they are being oppressed, when they've done nothing. They kind of learn to comply so as to stay alive. Sometimes they will have to hide because they don't want to confront their fear. So they ended up scattered all over the world. Yet, everywhere they were, they are still haunted. And they were still treated like you could kill one. You could kill any Jew. Nothing will happen. Like, you know what I mean? Just like this fanatic people from northern Nigeria. Yeah, we kill you in the name of Islam. Nothing will happen. Because according to them, if you are not a Muslim, an infidel, you're just a filth. The world will not miss you. So when the world presents people that way, it is so difficult to belong to that because none of us actually choose, or none of us chooses where to be born. I didn't choose to be born a Yoruba man and a Jebu man from Nigeria. A lot of you were not choosing. None of us. In fact, when I was growing up, I remember sometimes when I get frustrated as a young person, I would scream, Allah, if I want to come back to this world again, God, I don't want to come back to Nigeria. I want to be reincarnated in America. I want to be reincarnated in London. When I was younger, when we started seeing how bad Nigeria was on us as young people, we do wish that we would be like, I wish I was born in America. We've never been there, but we've heard a lot about America. Oh, I wish I was born in Canada, not this Nigeria. But that means we couldn't choose where to be born. That means we couldn't choose what and where or family to be born into. We are just that piece of surviving sperm and egg out of millions of them that fought the battle during intercourse. We are just the lucky surviving sperm. And then it happened. We came here and they said, oh, you are Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba man. Yes, you should be proud. I'm a Christian. Oh, Lord, I love you. Well, when the word describes you this way and then endangers you, when it is actually not your choice or by your choosing. So when the world will never stop treating the Jews as filth, they regrouped. Yes, they started regrouping. At that point, they learned one thing. Before the world can respect you, before anybody can respect you per se, I think you should get some power. In some instances, position is that power. In others, it is actually the money. The value, economic value, is the power that keeps some people or gives them the security.
that makes their lives a little bit better than ours. Power. So what did the Jews, what did they do? They started pulling their resources together, pull everything together. And they started investing in entertainment or media or manufacturing or what do you call it? Arms production or everything the world needs, everything that the world sees. They became the fingers behind a lot of things in the whole world today. And then the Jews, they were locked and killed in concentration camps by Hitler. They became one of the most powerful race on earth today. And the powerful countries in the world either protects them or fears them. The Igbos can be described as the Jews of this Nigeria in this context. You know why? For no reason. I mean, to some of these bigots, it feels good to just don't like any Igbo. Sorry, you are married to Igbo. How come you hate the Igbos this much? See, it's not hate. Now, damn. Let me share something with you. You see this image? The owners of this Ebano market, by Nigeria design, they are not Igbos. The two of them, they are from Delta states. Are you with me? But look at these guys. Because of the hatred or jealousy in their own bands, they are already eyeing Ebano supermarkets simply because Ebano, which means welcome. If I am still right, because I remember I had a very good brother who lived in our house in Lukweju. I can't remember his name again, but we used to call him Ebano, Mr. Benson. I remember his name now. Mr. Benson, Ebano. What is Ebano again, please? Anyway, I'll come back to that. So automatically, they would love a sort of war, something that will send the Igbos back to Eastern Nigeria and they won't come back again. We have seen them. We have witnessed what they are capable of. We know those behind them. They will do it again and again and again. Do you want to wait for another 4 years until another Igbos become targets before all of you try to become the Jews? Be the Jews. Save your people. Nigeria doesn't want you. The people in Nigeria have been so poisoned that even the good people that see this absurdity and they know where this is going to end, we are going to be a target too. I remember I was talking to Princess the other day. I said, it was like funny, but it wasn't funny. I was speaking to a friend. I was saying the same thing to a friend, and I said, listen, with this APC, and with their vengeance that we know them for, even us, there are Yorubas who will not be spared. I said, maybe this will be the first time they are going to actually submit my name to the Interpol, frame something up, because people like us will never keep quiet. We know where this is headed. We do know. Because after the old charade, do you know they still went about today shooting, hunting Igbos, shooting them today? I can't share the video. They're bloody. Anyway, here is somebody they broke his leg. But you can be the Jews. Pull your resources together and start returning them back to Eastern Nigeria. Go back there and dredge your river. According to this miseducated, intentionally, ignorant people, they said Eastern Nigeria is landlocked. And majority of you have been agreeing with them. You need to begin to return your investment to Eastern Nigeria now. Don't wait until you have to live in a hurry. I am saying this with so much heartbreak. I know what this means. I know what the effect of what effect this is going to be on the people, even on the region. But whatever the effect, the people will survive. But if they should come the way they are planning, I don't think a lot of us will be able to reverse it with what we have heard. Return back. Begin to review all your investments in Lagos. Go back there. And then, like I said, it's not as if to say you're going to miss anything in Nigeria anyway. I'll share something with you in a moment. If you are watching me right now, there is this saying by late Archbishop Desmond Tutu. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. So I am going to take just 1 or 2 minutes break, okay? And I'm going to go and do some sanitation, all right? Especially on the YouTube, okay? We've had some straight people into that platform. So I want to go and do some cleaning. I will be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue soon.
You know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF, double F. That is his name. All classes. You know what they call F level?
Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience, okay? So we have all the brethren on YouTube who have shown up today, okay? So only a few of us have actually really dropped our offering, okay? If you are new on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, right? There's something called the offering time. The offering time is when you will leave the comment section, that chat room, you will leave that, okay? And then you just go under the video and you thumb it, as in you like the video, just that. That's your offering, just once. That's all you have to do once for the rest of the night. You don't need to go back again. So if you haven't done that, I think you should. So I think I should leave my advice on the Igbo elite and the Igbos generally, without having to become sensational. Even if I mean, with all I have said so far, I bet a lot of you actually knows where I'm going. And then I hope the anger, the rage, and every other thing that people are kind of seeing right now, at least even Peter Obi, the likes of Peter Obi and others, right? They should encourage something that without attention like this, save lives and all that. And even if it's going to be just starting with autonomy for the eastern part of Nigeria, which is what they signed up for when they agreed to be part of Nigeria in 1957. Nigeria independence, what do you call it, conference, and every other thing that followed. They agreed to be given, they agreed to autonomy, which allowed them to do what they want in their region. And then there was no South-South. It was fine until 1966 when the military destroyed everything. And the rest, they say, is history. Even if all of una, politicians and their supporters, with this so much vile and all that in you, the elite in Eastern Nigeria, even if you have to start with autonomy for Eastern Nigeria, which will then give you the overall control of your resources. Imagine how they are talking down on you. They talk about oil producing. They even divided you. The Easterners, they divided you into South-South, South-East. But there is no West-West. There is no North-North. But South-South, North-North, South-South, South-East. And then you begin to attack yourself and say, it's our oil. That's one reason. Biafra, this Biafra is because of our oil. Do you know that 50 years after they told you the story or made you believe that it was your oil that the Biafrans want to depend upon? That's why they wanted Biafra. Do you know that 50 years after that, Biafra have become a producing state in their own land, producing oil that Nigeria is cashing out on for the past 15, 20 years. Do you know that? Abia, they have their oil. Imo, they have their oil. Enugu, they have their coal. But till tomorrow, Niger Delta, the Igbos, we are not Igbos. We are not Igbos. Of course, you are not Igbos. Of course. But you are Easterners. Based on the map, you are Easterners. But they had to divide you. Yeah, they did successfully. Now, if you think it's because of our oil, now you know that the reason why they are actually still telling you that you should, Nigeria love you, is because of your oil. You don't even have the oil. You don't even have the access to it. You don't even have access to the resources. So if in 2023, with this xenophobic stuff you saw in Lagos, me as a Yoruba man,
I am ashamed of what happened there. And I don't know if you do know that it is now so imperative on all of us to begin to explain to our children, this is not Yoruba. No, this is not Yoruba. No, this is not us. Of course, they have leverage. They've grabbed power, state capture. They will make sure that they force that narrative on our people. But if all of us can resist them, because this is not Yoruba, it's imperative that we have to. Or you, from the eastern Nigeria, you don't wait till they, you know what I mean? You don't wait till they actually come for you. With what you saw in Lagos yesterday, I'm a Niger Delta. I am from Akwa Ibom. We are Niger Delta. I'm not Igbo. Yet they are slapping your people in Lagos because of politicians. If they didn't chase away Yorubas too, you get, a lot of you will probably have gotten what you wanted to see, but they chased the Yorubas too. They say they look like Igbo. You from Akwa Ibom, you from Rivers. You are telling somebody from Abia, Anambra, you are not Igbo. They are trying to come and take our oil. Now all of you get oil now, but you don't get access to it. Your oil is why Nigeria is still one Nigeria. Your oil, Niger Delta oil, Igbo oil. Do you know that? I mean, why can't you just say that Igbo oil, Niger Delta oil? Why is it that Niger Delta oil, Niger Delta oil? I'm just saying. Because it is because of your oil. They added one to Nigeria. Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard anything like one UK before? One United Kingdom. Have you ever seen anywhere they say one United States? In Nigeria, have you ever heard what they say? One Kenya, one Ghana. Ghana is Ghana. Kenya is Kenya. United States is United States. Which one is one Nigeria? One Nigeria. Because of your oil. Now, Nigeria is drinking, this Nigerian policy, they are drinking the Niger Delta oil. They are drinking Igbo oil. Why can't you say there is also Igbo oil? Abi Imo State na Niger Delta. Abia is Niger Delta. She Abia is Nigeria system put that divide and rule in between you, and it worked. But now, when election came, you are all Igbos. Your properties are going to be targeted because you are all Igbos. But you are still out there saying, I'm not Igbo, I'm not this. You better talk to yourself, see. In a space of referendum, you can sort your differences. Own your own thing. Even if now autonomy you go fight for the first time of 63 years of Nigeria, you can actually make use of your own resources and decide on it. Don't let anybody scare you with, we cannot do that. Look at all this, the Kalabari. They don't like the Ijo. They want to dominate Ishekiri. Ishekiri want to dominate this. Drop all this nonsense. If we have autonomy now, who are those that will be controlling us? Are they not these same politicians? Can you at least stop talking or thinking like that? Have you even given it a shot and realize what it means to actually say the control? Like it's back to our hands. Like why is that too much? If you don't want to break up Nigeria, okay, yeah, they're breaking up Nigeria. We cannot break up Nigeria now because of our investment. Okay, fine. How about autonomy, regional autonomy? All of those states, they are calling those Eastern Nigeria states, Enugu State, Abia State. You can cancel all of them overnight and give them the proper description you want, based on the type of government you want, decided by you, no external influence. Autonomy means at least you are still part of Nigeria. And you can sort all your investment in Nigeria out. If the hatred won't stop, you can leave. And I bet all of you who are saying that they must be dealt with, calling your fellow Yorubas Omoale, because they are not going to join you to kill Igbos for Tinumbu. Because according to you, killing the Igbos, chasing them away, harassing them, taking over their properties, burning their properties, to show to them that we are superior to them is the only way to show that we are defending Yoruba land. Do you get that? So that's why I said I don't want to probably advise too much, okay? So that it won't turn into sensationalizing. I'll leave the rest to some of you who have a lot to say when I get to that phone call session, right? So that, yeah, you can add yours. I have spent at least 70 minutes, okay, talking about this. That's how much I feel like you are about to face the biggest, never seen before, Igbophobia 2.0 in Nigeria. I don't know how to describe it to you or describe that for you. But if you are an Igbo man living outside Igbo land, you know better. A lot of you have done so many things to be accepted. Guys, you are not foreigners now. Let's tell ourselves this truth for once now. If you say you have one country, a country, how could you make the Igbos trying to fit in, trying to impress other Nigerians that they can be trusted? No. And so many of you, when they say Igbos are this, Igbos are that, you agree with them. It's true, Jare, my brother. Even us, even me, I'm an Igbo man. Our own too much. It is true, our own too much. How is your own too much? That you want what everybody else wants? Stable life, safe life, no discrimination or profiling, where you can dream like every other person in that country as Nigerians. Why should condition comes to an Igbo man or anybody from Eastern Nigeria when it comes to what they wish or what they want? I'm saying all of this, and I'm saying them because I want you to consciously reason this and think it. You have cousins, nephews, who are either Igbos or Yoruba. Sure, you know. You have marriages, intertribal. The marriages between the Yorubas and the Igbos is considered the highest intertribal marriages or relationship in the entire Nigeria. And most of these marriages have produced beautiful, beautiful children. Some of them are grown-ups. Some of them are watching me. Some of you are watching me right now. These criminals don't think that they are not considering the consequences of what they are saying. And when you ask them, what in Igbo do you go? I'll read one text to you. I'm gonna. This guy, somebody said, his mother-in-law sent him a message. You know, those forward the message to. In that message from that mother-in-law, send it to his son-in-law. She is a grandmother to 2 kids. She is a Yoruba grandma. That makes her daughter Yoruba. But her daughter's husband is Igbo. And they have 2 children who are half Yoruba, half Igbo. Naturally in Africa, in fact, almost everywhere in Nigeria, wherever your papa come from, and there you come from. Oh. Do you know that? Wherever your father comes from, that is where you come from. Naturally. Until APC, Egbekegbe, decided to redefine that. This mother-in-law, in so many of those propaganda screenshotted messages, divisive, she forwarded them to her son-in-law. And the message was, we must take back our land from the Igbos. If we don't do this for the future of our children, the Igbos are going to take over Yoruba land. Yoruba eronu igi ewedu oni wo pawa o. That is, Yoruba think o. Ewedu, what do you call the ewedu stem o. will not crush you to death, you make Igbo no can take our life. She was sending that to her own son-in-law. He said, I actually felt like randomly, maybe she was just forwarding and mistakenly sent to him. And then he now messaged her and said, Mama, Grandma, did you read this message that you sent to me before you send them to me? And she said, yes, now I read the message. Help me forward the message, Joe. Help me forward them to all your contacts, all your friends. Thank you. Grandma, do you know you have 2 kids, 2 grandchildren? That are Igbos, and they are Yorubas. Do you think of them at all? No, that one is different. That one is different because these Igbos that are in Lagos, they are saying no man's land, no man's land. How can they be saying no man's land? That's why I said that we have to fight for our land. Grandma, with 2 grandchildren, she's not thinking about them. You know what he said? I think I need to start replanning the future of my children. Last night, a caller said she's been married to an amazing Yoruba husband for years. They've got children. What happened in Lagos yesterday triggered something else in her, that she's so afraid for their future now, that she said she told them, you are not Yorubas. Oh. Yes, your papa is Yoruba, but you are not Yorubas. You are Americans. And you will live and die as Americans. No, not that place. I wouldn't want anybody to kill you simply because they believe that you don't have the clean blood of Yoruba. Is that what we have become? Is that Yoruba Omoluabi? That is why I'm now saying it to you. I am not patronizing you, the Igbos. I am not patronizing you, the Easterners. Don't look at me and say, wow, look at this Yoruba man. I have never seen. No, come on, stop it, please. Right. Because the danger that they have made of you, the scapegoat they have made of you, and they want to continue to, they are going to do the same thing to us, even though we share the same culture, tradition, and we share the same heritage or whatever. They are changing it. Back in the days, in Yoruba land, if you must have wealth, the entire community must know the source of your wealth. If the source of your wealth is unclear, unexplainable, the society, the communities will actually try to not have anything to do with you. That is why the Yoruba says, when you see a thief dressed in gold loins, golden chains, driving a golden Rolls Royce, wearing these gold-plated shoes, they look fanciful and beautiful. But trust me, in Yoruba land, we say he is still a thief. And everything a thief has, they are not his. Being a thief, he probably stole them. A good name is far better than gold and silver. I think that's in the Bible, isn't it? Well, we used to have that. Your name will protect your name. If your name is ruined. But it took a system systematically, little by little, little by little. When we started singing and dancing to different music, glorifying crime, glorifying criminals, explaining the exploits of criminals in Yoruba land. Orúkọ rere sàn ju wúrà àti fàdákà lọ suddenly started changing to olówó láyé mọ̀, olówó lágbà. Tọmọ kékeré bá lówó lọ́wọ́, àgbàlagbà ni. And so many other things that started putting a stop to questioning questionable wealth. It's all about you make the money first. You can explain it later. Since people didn't ask the source of your poverty, why is everybody asking the source of your wealth? These are the narratives they push and push and push until we accepted criminals as leaders. As long as they are not caught, everybody is a thief. Gbogbo wa lole. Now the person they catch, now in that they talk about. These narratives are on Yoruba, but over time, they became the repeated sayings that finally buried our morality as a people. That's how bad it became. And that is why in Yoruba land, when you see thieves, whether old or young, we are not allowed to respect them. We are not allowed to be seen with them. And if you think all of us have abandoned that morality, that moral thought or teaching, I see some of us left with it, and everything happening right now, they irritate us. So, if they can gaslight the Easterners, turned our youth into beasts that are ready to kill people because of what politicians told them, and then they turned around to start profiling our own children too. Don't let anybody tell you that it's impossible, that they will also come for us, even though we are also Yorubas. They will tag us. They will hunt us. And when the whole house start crushing, they will be so happy to kill us too. So, please, I am not patronizing you. I am not saying this because I want you to feel like, this Maiyegun is saying the truth. I'm not saying the truth to make you feel good. I'm saying all of this so that, because a lot of you know this too, it is time for you to stop living in that denial. What happened in Lagos, is just a glimpse of what will be happening every day. That Tifnumbu is your president. Is still your president-elect, Abi? Wait for the time. Just like a Bokwari, no matter how much the Igbo billionaires, Igbo businessmen, Igbo politicians, the Igbo traditional rulers, no matter how much they cause it towards Bokwari, he probably laugh and laugh and laugh when they give him the report of how they are massacring civilians in Igbo land. Now, if that is Igbophobia 1.0, I am welcoming you to Igbophobia 2.0. This particular one will spare no one. Let me take a break. Gbadebo said he is not accepting Sanwo-Iku as winner. And the Lagos Agbero were on rampage in Lagos today. That they started shooting the Igbos. I told you that whether they win or whether they lose, they have gotten the reason to destroy the Igbo properties, Igbo houses, and the rest of them that they have been hiding. God knows for how many years. The people they have been blaming for their poverty, joblessness, and the lack of opportunity. They are now asking their leaders, can you now focus on us Yorubas now? That we have fought for Yoruba land. We have fought for Lagos. They are now begging their leaders to please remember them. So Gbadebo said he won and he will challenge this. You remember when I told you that they are going to rig the election, that they are going to declare Jide Sanwo-Olu with a landslide everywhere? That all of you will begin to look at the numbers and you'll be like, where did they get all these numbers? With everything where we saw for Lagos, where did they see 1 million votes? Where did that come from? I told you, even though I don't like saying I told you so. But I like saying it in this context. But Gbadebo is now explaining how they rigged him in Lagos, and he is going to fight it. He said, Arise Television owns the right to this video, and therefore the credit for this clip goes to them. Please listen.
Can you go back to that? If you notice, there is a signature here, but this has been altered. You see, the signature already originally was for 67. Now it has, TPEX has been used to cover this 6. A 0 has been added, and now you see 7. You look at the APC, originally it was 20. Or 22, most likely. 20 or something, right? And then now you see the TPEX here, a 1 has been added, and now it's 120. So the signatures are there, but these results have been tampered with and then uploaded. And there's so many instances of this. And then also you find that a lot of results are being called as results, authentic results, are being called as authentic results, but you see that they are state assembly results or presidential results. Like, for instance, this is the state assembly result, but it's being submitted as the governorship result, and it is this result that is being calculated and announced by INEC. So there are so many instances of this, right? And it's not going to stand, because we have our results, we're in the lead with our results, and we're going to challenge this in the court of law.
2 questions.
Go ahead.
1, 19 local governments have been collated and announced so far. The two are outstanding. You won in a board of him. The incumbent has won in 18 local governments. I've seen their situation. They are jubilating already. The next call would be for you to make a call. If you do not make the call, you will issue with a certificate of return. Are you rejecting the results?
I completely condemn the entirety of this election in every clear term. This was a sham of an election. It was a compromise. It was an illegality that has not been perpetrated in Lagos since I've been born. This was an election where entire agents of a party were chased away from their polling units. This was an election where people were standing, and if you came to vote and you were not Labour Party, they were beating you. I've had to pay the bill for over 12 people. One was in concussion, he just woke up today. One's leg is completely broken, he has to go into surgery. And I've been doing this entire morning. I cannot even transfer money again because I'm done transferring just on hospital bills. So I condemn this. I will never call Babajide Sanwo-Olu to congratulate him for this shambolic, this sham of an election, this violence that's literally setting a precedent for war in the next election, because nobody is going to come into elections believing that they will discuss ideas and issues anymore. Because what is it about? It's about who is the most violent.
Second question, you said the police was complicit. Idowu Owomu had the commissioner in Lagos said every situation they responded to, and the entire security scenario did not prevent voting.
They did not prevent voting.
Did not prevent voting. That's what he said.
That is a big lie. It is a big lie. I thank the Army. I thank the DSS. I thank the Navy. I thank the Neighborhood Watch that came. If these people did not get involved, what you see, what all the videos you have seen will be child's play compared to what the reality would have been. In Ikorodu, people died. In Apapa, someone died. In Shomolu, someone died. So how are you saying that people will be aware that a person has been killed and they will come out and vote? In Nigeria, people were sitting down in their house because they were literally threatening them that if they come out, they will kill them. And they were following people and going to their houses. After you vote, they will follow you to your houses to go and threaten to harm your family. This Lagos deserves so much more. Look at Oyo State. Seyi Makinde won. People are jubilating. He did not have to use any violence. You don't have to use any intimidation. When you serve your people will return you to office. We should not be seeing videos of so much violence statewide. And you're saying that you're dancing and celebrating you won an election. You plan to govern these same people? Even Yoruba people were being assaulted because they apparently looked Igbo. This is what Lagos has become under the APC government. So this cannot carry on. And I call on every well-meaning Lagosian and Nigerian, we must stand against this. Because, see, there's a saying that when they came for the Jews, you kept quiet. They came for the Muslims, you kept quiet. Eventually, when they come for you, everybody will be quiet. So we must stand against all of this, because real lives are at stake here. Real businesses, people's life streams are at stake. And we are going to do our part. make sure we collate all the data, go to court to fight for the people's mandate, but the people themselves must stand up against this ethnic violent tribalism that the APC government is trying to normalize in our state, because this has started all the way from NSAS, where they made us to believe that violence did not happen till today now. And then you have the Commissioner of Police saying this is a free and fair election.
So are you saying that your team has its own records of these results?
Yes, we have collated all the results as much as we could, because there are places where they chased all our agents out. There are places where they burnt results in Ojo. Several places where we're calling for cancellation of those results and a rerun. There are places where our ballots were thrown into the gutter. We dried those ballots. We counted it. We've kept records.
So essentially, are you going to call for cancellation of
we are calling for several cancellations where violence was the order of the day, because elections did not happen there. And the international community is watching, and they also know that elections did not happen in these places. So you cannot create so much violence against Lagosians, write results, and we should celebrate that election happened. Elections did not happen in Lagos State.
So we should expect to see you at the election petition tribunal?
Certainly.
Sorry, Badebo. You are welcome to the party where injustice shall reign. You know, in their anthem, they say, where peace and justice shall reign, whatever. In Nigeria, the song or the anthem is a place where injustice shall reign. And election will resolve that. The police in Nigeria said the election was the freest election, freest and the fairest. Amechi said, his friend said he shouldn't say anything. So Komila said that Amechi is possibly the member of the cabal that Ifnubu said tried to stop him. But Amechi is now saying that whatever you see, just take it. You people, you Nigerians love to complain. If you don't stone us, he said, if you don't stone them, they will go back and do more and deal with you more. And that's exactly what you just signed up for. I met you, but it was also like their top boy, you know. It was their poster boy in 2015. Bukwari promised to hand over to him. He came second after Kolu in that their presidential primaries. Today, he's now turning to a philosopher. They don't pay him back with the same coin that they have been dealing themselves. But in that situation, he has an advisor. Well, you have to stone them. Maybe not directly.
For Christ's sake, even if I was in the government, I was Minister for Transport. Assess me by what I did as Minister for Transport. I couldn't have been part of the process that would have appointed Mahmoud. I opposed that appointment because of capacity. We had written to INEC. These INEC staff in Rivers State are paid every month from resident electoral commissioner down salaries every month. And we wrote, and INEC did not deny that. So what else do you want me to do? The laws are there. Those to enforce the laws are the police. And if they are not enforcing the laws, what do you want me to do? Run to the front of the train and die? In fact, people I'm wondering why I actually spoke. Because I've actually given up. I stopped speaking because I've given up.
So the election, the free and fair election.
Come on, move! Why the video? Why the video? No, this is my unique place. I didn't give my phone. Give my phone, please. Give my phone. Okay, give my phone. Give my phone. Give my phone.
boss is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot.
Restructuring my put. That's the election. You want to see more? I think I have another one here. Let's see. I think it's. Have you seen where a man of God? I think it's this. Let's see.
Police are accomplices in rigging the election. INEC officials has refused to upload the results. The police have come to take them away. This is polling 28 at Igbophobia. Police are in connivance with INEC. They are connivance with INEC to circumvent the results of the election. This is what they're supposed to do. They refuse to do. This is not democracy. Police are in connivance with INEC officials to rig election here. Look at them. They refuse to upload the results. They refuse to upload the results. INEC chairman says result must be uploaded. Police people are in connivance with INEC officials to circumvent the result of the election at polling 28 in Igbophobia. They refuse to upload the result according to INEC officials. Shoot them. Shoot their face. Shoot them. All of them will shoot them.
So where do you want to start from? You see some people celebrating and saying that Soweku scored 700,000, but you know how they did all of that, right? And you have seen hundreds, if not thousands of videos like that. And some people are actually currently celebrating they won. Yes, we've taken back our land. Oh, my show, my show. So where do you want to start from? Saving Nigeria. Where do you want to start from? The police, the people. Where do you want to start from? Police is helping the criminals to rig elections, only for police to be living in poverty themselves. And then police will be threatening to go on protest if the politicians they rig election for fail to pay them better money, which they will never pay them. When election comes again, the police will be ready to rig elections for them. They don't even fear men of God. Say, okay, this person is a man of God, though, more respect them. They have no respect for anybody. It is a crime scene. Election, my put.
Without uploading, you are going home. You are leaving us, INEC. I'm shouting, the world should hear us. It's wrong, it's not fair. We are told that it should be uploaded. You made mistake in presidential election. You won't make mistake in this one. We are seeing the mistake. You captured us. It was loaded.
They have not uploaded.
And to upload the result, you cannot upload it. It's wrong. It's fair. It's unfair. Completely unfair. And you are going with party agents. Huh? You are going with party agents. It's wrong. This country God will come down from heaven and judge evil in this country. He will come down and judge it. You can't stay. You can stay up till 5 o'clock to make sure you upload it. They are pulling you away. Go. Police, follow them and go. Record me. Let the world hear my voice. Send it anywhere you like. All of you, go. This is evil. Rubbish. This is bad. Absolutely unacceptable.
You see the evil you are perpetrating.
Unacceptable.
No, now evil can't make that.
Yes, this is evil, evil in the land. It will not work. All of you, it will not work. Without uploading.
God will come down from about. I told you they don't have respect for my, but God, bow. These ones don't operate. They don't operate in therein. So where do you want to start from? Where do you want to start the healing from? Where do you want to start fixing it? Where exactly would you start from? So that's why they said that if you change leadership, maybe you change all of that. No, I don't think so. No. The elections, though.
You don't have to take it. APC 79. How is this possible? APC 79. Labour Party 79. In this place. APC 79. You're going violent. In this particular place. APC 79. I kept asking you. I kept asking what is going on. Why were you moving up and down? Why were you moving up and down? What is your work? Why were you moving up and down? Why?
Why do you make the mistake
What mistake is this?
Even the people who have been victims of bad government, who have been victims to the point that they are falling into the bracket of that poverty capital of the world. 140 million Nigerians living in a multi-dimensional poverty. I'm talking about abject poverty. Then they get a job from the electoral umpire. We are going to conduct an election. We need to recruit people with cheap, payments. Or should I say with cheap pay. So then they go straight to the poor people that can read and write, even if you can't. Oh yeah, come and work for INEC. Come and rig for INEC. Now, they will sit down there in their little piece by piece, from the north to the west, from the east to Niger Delta, from the central to this, you know what I mean? Piecemeal. They will help the people who make them poor. They will help them falsify figure to continue in power. So where do you want to start from? Fixing Nigeria. From which particular part should we even take the step from so that we can begin to monitor any progress at all? Where do you want to start from? The people, the politicians, the police, the market men and women, and everybody who is trying to take advantage of one another? Where do you think you want to start from? I kind of keep asking myself that.
Look at it. Open it. Video. Put video. Put a video too. Video. See what you did. You did APC trap. Number one. Can you see it? Hello, what am I? Come and see. Come and see. Video her. Three of them. Look at it. An INEC official. Look at it. Videoing. Look at it. Look at it. Videoing APC throughout. INEC officer. Videoing APC throughout. APC. Look at the INEC officers. Look at them. The three of them. These are the officers that are involved in vote rigging, videoing APC, testing APC through APC riggers. APC riggers. Hold it. Come on.
They caught them in Imo State with already thumb-printed ballot papers for APC. Did you see how they look like? Where do you want to start from? Can we please begin the conversation around if you still want to be part of Nigeria or not? Or if you think that is never going to happen, when we just have to live with what will happen next. To your tent, O ye Israel. Maybe that will be the end goal. But anyway, like I said, I'll take calls tonight. I'm going to throw it open. So, as you're trying to kind of manage your anger and all that today, I want you to also at the same time, like they say, if we cry, we suppose they see. We know, crying doesn't automatically make you blind. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to implore you to take a moment. If you are watching me on YouTube, where we are substantially present as we speak, you can take a moment and go there right now and like that video. Also, if you want to subscribe, you will need to sign into that your YouTube account or YouTube app. Check it. You can sign in with your email, and then you'll be able to like, share, or even comment and all that, and your comment will stay even after you the program has ended. So I'm gonna go make myself another cup of tea. Okay, when I get back, I'll take calls before we go tonight. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah. Nice one. I have a caller that has been waiting there. Let me see if hello, sir.
Good evening, Maiyegun.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. My name is Ben. I'm calling from Lagos.
Oh, Ben. How is Lagos today?
Well, I'm a week.
Are you there?
Everywhere. I mean, yes. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So Lagos is my area.
Yeah,
okay.
I think the network was acting up earlier, but now you can continue, please. We cannot hear you, please.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So my area is calm. My area is around Kosofe, Magodo area.
Right.
And let me say one thing. I'm so addicted to your program and my data. In fact, anyone I miss, I'm always go back. When you start the live program, I miss a minute, I will go back. I won't join the live. I will go back and start from the beginning and finish it up.
Right.
You see, I want to say something.
Please.
You're just not because you're here. You're just a wonderful person.
Thank you.
You have taught a lot of people. I'm an Igbo guy. I follow you. You know, and you are calling it the temple of the truth, and that is what it is.
That's it.
You see, what have kept us the way we are in Nigeria is what we saw last Saturday. It's unfortunately, you see, the illiterate and some of the elderly ones. You see, the illiterate and the elderly people. I'm talking about the Yorubas now. I'm coming about the Igbos too. I'll come to that. You see, the uneducated Yorubas and the elderly ones are the people causing problems in Nigeria with the Igbos. If you come to the Igbo side too, the same people, the people that keep telling us what happened during the war, that betrayed these people, and the uneducated ones. You see, an average Igbo man wants to leave Nigeria because he knows, and they know that they are not wanted. What keeps Nigeria together is the hatred of the Igbos. I am telling you, if an Igbo man lives today, Yoruba will not want to live with ourselves. Like Yoruba will want to go with their own.
I can confidently say yes to that because They will want to go. What is binding, keeping Igbo, all the whole ethnic group together is the Igbos, and everybody is afraid that what Igbos leaves, what becomes the problem or the situation with Nigeria. But having said that, I will tell you that the elites in Igbo land are our problem. Those, there are few, the people who are benefiting from the system. You see, Nnamdi Kanu today is inside the prison. They're not talking about him. They are not.
Everything that this guy has said is the truth. They have so much problem
with the way he said them than what he said.
Yes.
Do you want me to say, I'm glad you mentioned him, right? Do you know that today, when I was making my few other researches for my points and all that for this broadcast, then I stumbled again. I stumbled on something which I have mentioned on this program before, that when Nnamdi Kanu met with these Igbo politicians and governors in Enugu that year, led by Devumayi of Ebonyi, they were expecting him to make personal demands. Nnamdi Kanu was asking Igbo leaders to dredge River Niger, to upgrade Owerri Airport to international airport, to revive moribund companies, industries in Eastern Nigeria, to provide steady electricity supply for the people of Eastern Nigeria, to upgrade Enugu International Airport to real international airport, to build functional rail lines in the southeast and south of Nigeria. These are his demand. Documented. Documented.
Exactly.
He said, operate Port Harcourt and Calabar seaport at full capacity. Upgrade primary and secondary healthcare system. This was his demand.
You see?
They were shocked.
That was it. Yes.
They were shocked that he didn't make any personal demand, and they told him they will see him again. That was when they sent the Operation Python dance. But guess what? Their propaganda.
They wanted to assassinate him.
To kill him. If he's not going to accept anything, they kill him.
Exactly.
Now they are now blaming him. They are blaming him. Blaming him for escaping his murderers, his killers, those who want to come and his assassinators. That's Nigeria.
You see, my brother, I always follow you. You see, what is happening now is ethnic profiling. You mentioned about the Jews before. I started from the beginning. About the Jews. That is the way they are being profiled. And the world is watching. You see, this thing is happening now. You see, everybody will keep calling about international community. They don't care about you. They don't care. You know why the IPOB started using the self-defense and started carrying arms? Because that is the only way they can draw attention.
Get the attention, I know.
Nobody. That is the only way. And they want every Igbo man to be subjugated, to be begging, to be everything. But
no matter
God
how much they are, this is my concern. See, over time, despite after the war, despite being profiled, the Igbos are still those who have shown the template of true Nigerians. They are those who can live anywhere and everywhere. In fact, we have this saying. They say anywhere you go to, and an Igbo man is not there, that place is not safe for you. You should leave.
That's correct. That's correct, my brother.
The Igbos are those you find at every corner of Nigeria doing something.
That's correct.
You won't find all Nigerians everywhere in Nigeria. Sure you get?
No way.
But I'll let you continue, Baba. Continue.
One more thing. Let me tell you this. You see why it looks as if Igbos are dominating the commerce? Let me tell you what happened. After the war, it was an anathema. Igbos that are not wanted in the ministry, the federal ministry, in the military, anywhere. The only thing they could lay their hands on was this petty trading. And from there, they mastered it. They became so masters in the buying and selling. And at the same time, how many people the government does not employ more than people? More than I don't think Nigerian government, federal government, has up to 10 million people on their payroll. I don't think so. No. Nigeria is about 200 million people. The people who have the money are the businessmen, traders. They are where the money is. If you go into the ministry, unless you're stealing, you cannot make money. But if you leave a level playing ground for everybody to survive, I'm telling you, this animosity will not come. But one thing I want to say, I love Yoruba people a lot. I love them. I live in a Yoruba man's house. Very nice man. I've not had any issue with him. And a lot of people where I live, they are nice people. The corruption of this mind is that the politicians. The politician has made it look as if the Igbos and the Yorubas have problems. But unfortunately, it's working because of the illiterates among them. These are the people that are doing this. But what I would say to this, my Igbo people should always start thinking home, like you advised.
It's not, there's nothing bad in that. Okay. Be the new Jew. It may take you a journey of 10, 20, 50 years. Start now. So that you can look back and say, oh, thank God we did. Because the future, your future in Nigeria, no matter how much you bend and bend and bend, they will still say, we can't trust you. They say it openly. It is the fact. Maiyegun, finally.
Yes, sir. Finally, I will say this to my Igbo people. You see, you don't just get intimidated. If not for the fact that Lagos was people, you don't see a lot of people in Ekiti state like that, like you saw in Lagos. You don't see a lot of people in Igbos in Osun state. Yes. Like you have in Lagos was the former capital of Nigeria. And that was the attraction, the seaport, everything. I'm telling you, that you see, the Nigerian system was programmed to make sure they subjugate the Igbos.
Absolutely.
And my problem is our neighbors. My problem is our neighbors that don't know that they are the target. You said Igbo man is your problem, the oil. Somebody that you speak in the same language with. You say with an Igbo man, they want the oil. An Hausa man will tell you a Fulani man from Niger is his brother. A Fulani man from this thing is his brother. A Fulani man from anywhere. They are just Fulani that his brother. They can make somebody from Niger a president of Nigeria because he's a Fulani man. But the same people will come to your village, come to in the eastern part of the country, and tell you, man, Igbos are not your brothers, though. They are not your brothers. Rivers man, Ikwere man like Wike, you're not Igbo, I'm not Igbo. And they are happy. Meanwhile, the people who are telling you this, you don't have an oil block. They are taking the oil block from your place to this place. How foolish are we? How did these Fulanis manage to do this?
Great.
They have divided this division now.
Ben, thank you so much. Let me take another call.
Please.
Yes, I do appreciate this. And Magodo, you mentioned, right? I've got one of my very good uncles house there that I helped him build when I was in Nigeria, right? But yeah, really? So one of these days we could probably be neighbors. That's why we don't want them to poison the heart of our people to the point that they will turn them to killers. That will be pointing at their neighbors and say, see, Ben, that's Ben. Ben lives in that house with his wife and his children. Now, let us go there. Go there. Igbo man is living there. Go and kill him. Before we get to that, can we please sit down and have a conversation about whether we still want to be Nigeria or not? Ben.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. This is my first time anyway. I'm so lucky to have gotten you today.
So lucky
Thank
to
you
hear from you too, Baba. Nice one, eh? Thank you. So I have another person on the line here. Hello. Hello there.
Hello, Maye Baba.
Hey, you know Baba.
Ade. How you doing, Baba? How madam and my children?
Yeah, very, very well. I used to
How you okay?
Baba?
Baba.
Okay, yeah.
We thank God for the Father. I beg before I start the talk, I beg, Baba, you try the rest. But when I do work,
I'm going to try. I may take a break tomorrow. I may take a break tomorrow, but a lot of people won't really be happy that you made me say that.
I know.
But yeah.
See, like I not to say me, like we know your movement and your waka, your stress, what you pass through, the family through, the school runs, the little
then I have to quickly run back as well. Run back to quickly and make put this together and make it as perfect so that you don't come here and feel like, why did I just go and waste my time on that guy's page? So you get like, you will still come here and you'll be like, wow, Maiyegun, thank you. And I'm like, well, thank God I delivered. Now I can go back to my life again. I get that, Baba. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Baba. You see all these things when they talk, we don't tell them things. Nothing I broke in there, they use talk. Make
Baba
all
fire.
of us
Everybody go hear you.
Because now we sabi be that. You don't talk these things. You understand me? Firstly, I don't know how evil we have to quantify this Nigerian politician.
Baba.
And you see all their games. You understand me, Baba? I tell people, if I meet anybody for this London where they, my Igbo brothers, my Yoruba brothers, other tribes, you understand me? What would they talk about Nigerian politics? I just tell them to come. Devil, I don't know devil, but devil, they fear Nigerian politicians. Baba, believe me, devil, if devil hear any Nigerian politician, either woman or man, devil self, they fear them. Say, these people, because how on earth Nigerian politicians would tell me, say, Igbo man won't collect Lagos. Person way in mama be Igbo, in papa be Yoruba, no they qualify to contest for election for Lagos State. Baba, make I hint you one little story about me. We have never hinted before. This man, African Wahala. Yeah, I beg. If you hear me, you go help me give him my number. Because it's like another, my brother from another mother. You know what I said?
Please.
My Oga where I learned how to sell spare parts for in hand. For Ulu Street, for Ikeja, for a year and 4 months. He's from Upo village in Newi. I know that Upo in and out. You understand me? My father area where from grown up for Ikeja area too. I was given a chieftaincy title from the Igbo people there.
What's the title?
And they call them. That is the title is Igbo 1.
Igbo 1.
Yeah, that is the friend of the Igbo people in our community.
That's beautiful.
But the red cap would then give me, he did my house for London here. I did tell you, confirm. Anybody who won't confirm it. You understand me? That is the kind of relationship we Yorubas and the Igbo have.
Do you want me to also quickly bust your mind a little bit, bust your brain, Do you know that
as much as they have made this about Igbos, all of their hatred and all that, do you know that from what I heard and the image I have seen, Nnamdi Kanu's father, when he was alive, you know, he was a king. This Tinubu, where he was trying to make his building bridges across the Niger, got a chieftaincy title from Nnamdi Kanu's father, from their own community. The same place where they won't kill Nnamdi Kanu that day.
Can you imagine that?
But you will think, but you know that they did all of that for political, or so that they can use it politically later. It's done all of that for the past, right? They don't give a damn about that. Does that mean that they had no relationship or something that they now?
Baba, these people doesn't have conscience. They are evil. It's all about them. That is why I'm using this opportunity to beg my Igbo brothers, my Igbo sisters. You understand me? Let's not be divided with all this bigotry they are selling to us. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, I said something last week. I said election will come and go. But this thing they are selling to us will break many homes if we are not careful. You understand me? But me, I'm married to an Igbo woman. I'm not saying because I'm married to an Igbo woman. My
so
wife
children,
is half Yoruba.
Your child now half Yoruba, half Igbo. What are you going to tell her? I mean, how are you going to explain to her?
I've said it times without number. My son, inside in British passport, inside in birth certificate, there is Obina there. Tomorrow, if you grow up and somebody in that Lagos, where I was born and brought up,
where your papa still have his own street and the house in Ikeja, the heart of Lagos.
Yeah, you understand me? So somebody will now say, because you have a Obina inside your birth certificate, you saw Obina inside your information, inside your profile. I mean, so for that reason, you are not entitled,
and you are not Yoruba enough.
No, you are not Yoruba enough. All of them, go and check. They have Yoruba blood in their traces.
Tinubu's grandchildren, they are half Yoruba, half Igbo. What are you saying? They know that. They were sharing they are sharing Sheyi Tinubu's photo, knowing that his wife is Igbo. Their children, they are half Yoruba, half Igbo. But like you said, they don't have soul, they don't care.
They don't care. So we should not be listening to what they are selling to us.
Thank you
so
much.
I'm using this platform to beg everybody, please. And for the family that are trying to divide, please, everybody should just manage his wife, his husband.
And just wait for this whole tension to go down. The people that they are trying to kill you for,
election will come and go.
They will soon start dealing with them. They will soon start dealing with them. That they will no longer remember you with this or that.
But you know the funniest thing, is tomorrow, after this election, these people, APC, PDP, people supporting Obi, tomorrow, Baba, they will still sit down somewhere in the club. They will use us to drink wine, laugh, eat chicken. Their children will still marry each other. They will attend each other's parties. So why? We should please.
Thank you, Rumale. I'll take another one, so that we can manage.
That is my little message.
It's such a pleasure. And in fact, sharing your story makes it even more interesting, because that means you can put yourself in that picture, and everybody listening to us right now, they can understand where people are coming from. What you are about to start, a lot of you you have no idea what the end will be. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun, how are you?
I am very well, sir. Thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. Nice to hear you again this evening.
It's a pleasure.
All right. Yes, sometimes, where this thing's been going on now. We have come to the end of the bus route.
Really?
Yeah? Yes, we've come to the end of the bus route. And the situation will come to the end of the bus route. There has to be a solution.
Before everybody starts
the issue now.
Go on, sir.
The issue is, you look at what happened. Imagine when this man become the governor of Lagos State, Tinubu become president. Because it's a direct direct unleash mayhem directly to the Igbos. But
that's why I called it Igbophobia 2.0. Whatever you have experienced under Buhari right now, whether you want to admit or you don't want to admit, I have a promise for you. With Tinubu, you're going to experience triple of that, and there is no way you can keep it.
More than triple. Even so, you started. So, but today I am appealing to these our neighbors. You made an important comment.
Yes.
I'm appealing to these are neighbors, yeah?
Yeah, please.
Niger State, yeah, Niger Delta, River State, yeah, Edo State,
yep,
River State. These people, they have to understand that definitely the Fulanis the Nigerian army are coming to this our territory to unleash mayhem. It will start soon. We're not going back.
Sure, you guys.
But they have to understand there is no separation between we and them, that these people are coming for all of us.
I mean, one woman said, she said, they know her as Edo woman. They call her Mama Edo. And some of those boys, they buy things from her hand. And they call her Mama Bini. But yesterday, they called her Igbo. They told her, you this Igbo people, get out of here. We don't want any Igbo here. Edo woman, no way they know. Say Bini Edo. They say she's Igbo. Get out of here. Yeah. We don't want it. Go back to Anambra. Go back to Abia. We don't want you here. And she was so shocked that she was like, I don't even understand the Lagos I am anymore.
Okay, the reason I'm telling you this, that when it comes to Nigerian army, because what they're going to use to unleash on us is Nigerian army. When it comes to Nigerian army, the Fulanis are not using the real fighting force. This is the honest truth. During the Civil War, from 67 to 70, the real people who fought against the Igbos, the army that fought against the Igbos were the TVs, the Galas,
the Middle Beltans,
the Plateau State. These were the majority of the fighting force that fought the Igbos. And today, these people have even suffered in the hands of the Fulanis. They've even suffered much in the hands of the Fulanis than the Igbos. So the Fulanis, if this state, I'm telling you now, that the Niger Delta, the River State, the Edo State, the Ebonyi State, the Enugu State, if these people realize that this Biafra is not a Biafran, it's not for the Igbos, it's a cause, the Biafran is not a cause for the Igbos. If these people realize now that, well, you sabotage during the Civil War, and the Igbos alone was only Delta, only Anambra, Imo State, Enugu State, and they took the whole of Nigeria for 3 years. And the reason we were defeated in that war was because of starvation. And now we live in a modern society. Arms can come from everywhere. Let me tell you, we know now, we Igbos now, unfortunately, we know now that it's an inevitable war we're going for. Definitely. Don't make no mistake about that. We're not bullshitting each other. It's coming soon. It might not even, it could be a couple of months, it could be a year. We are prepared for it. It's unfortunate that Yoruba.
That's why we are appealing that if everybody has shown this much prejudice against one another, can we peacefully have this chat and live peacefully, or else?
Exactly. But
we will have to, like you said, go on.
But what you have to realize that the Fulani man is very stubborn,
and he doesn't understand peace, like you said. He understands something else. I know.
They are very stubborn, and there's no amount of their mindset. If you like, train them as a professor. Their mindset will never change. Yeah, they will never change their mindset.
So do we want to stay together then? Save these lives, break it up. Brother, sir, let me take another one, sir. Okay, I do appreciate this, and then let's take it bit by bit here and there. I have another person on the line too. Hello there.
Hello, sir. This is the African Wahala speaking.
Hey, African Wahala. Somebody just mentioned you.
Yes.
Not long ago. Irumale. So, Baba, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, my bro. I sent you the link to remove that riffraff, that thug, MC Oluenron from the US. Whenever he goes there to feel comfortable, he doesn't deserve it. So I sent it to the DM. If you can, please post it in the comment section of YouTube and Facebook so that it is clickable.
People can get to see it and use
because
them, right?
I'm not a...
So who put that up? Is that your petition? Did you put that up? Or you came across
Yes, I created it about 30 minutes ago during the show.
Right. So what I'm going to do then is that I am going to put it up now. I've seen people asking for the link. So if you are watching on YouTube, here is the link. So African Wahala is there now.
Yes.
Please.
I created the link. Yes. Thank you so much, my brother.
You're so welcome, Baba. Appreciate you. So I'll take another one, and then here we go. Hello there.
Hello, sir. The general.
Yes, sir.
Obalayemi. It's your guy Romeo.
Hey,
I did.
Romeo. How dear, Baba. Again, how lucky I have been.
Again,
twice in a day.
I'm the lucky one. Twice in a row. Yesterday and today. Socially.
I'm glad that you
thank God.
Baba, how are you?
Oh yes. We thank God. You know, I don't even know where to start from, but should I say I'm happy and I'm not happy at the same time? It's confusing, but I will explain the two sides of my coin. Now, the reason why I'm not happy is because I keep asking myself, are they not tired of this? I saw one of the videos you put up there now. Look at that poor wretched girl. Look at how she looks. Like someone that has not eaten since morning. You are still verifying these people that are making you suffer. It's
a big one.
You know, that's just
a big question.
That's the first side of my coin. Now, the second side of my coin, what is making me happy is that the game has just begun. Nigeria has been set up for a split. Nobody should even agitate for a split anymore. It's going to just happen solely Lomashele because they have finished everything now. I will put in my mind what I am thinking right now is this will probably be the last election
in Nigeria
that Nigeria will see. Because I said it yesterday, I said they have set themselves up for a split. Putting Tinubu in there. Look at how they are rigging the elections. Igbos are not happy with Yorubas. Yorubas are not happy with Igbos. The Hausas are watching.
Not happy with themselves.
They have designed the way they've messed it up so much. Is going to split by itself. You see, there's no how you mix red oil and ordinary water that you separate in it and blend them together. Just let it settle. You know, my fear is they shouldn't get it to a stage where we will now start killing ourselves.
Oh, we'll start
that
saying,
is just my fear.
We'll start pointing at ourselves and say that one. It's half Igbo, it's half Igbo.
That one.
Kill him. You see that house there?
Kill him.
In that house.
Yes. Kill him. You know, exactly.
Burn them down.
That is my fear.
You see that man?
That is my fear.
You know what I mean? We are going there. Yeah. I mean, today, if you know what happened today in Lagos, Baba, I can't share the video here. Our broadcast last night, YouTube had to contact me to say they need to put 18 plus on the video. I said, but all my videos are for 18 plus. They are not for kids. They said, no, they just have to put it on it because there are some things there that they feel like if somebody's not 18, they should not be listening to it. Sure, you get. That's why I can't bring those videos now. What they are doing in Lagos today, but they are shooting people. Police are working with Agberos. Agbero are carrying AK-47. Go on to MaiyegunsDiary Politico on Facebook. You will see one of the videos there. Others I can't share them. They have won, Romeo. They have declared GDO, but they went after the Igbos in this part, and they were shooting them. And the Igbos also they regrouped themselves with planks, with cutlass, with this. We no go gree. Agberos are carrying AK-47. Olopa, police is also moving with them, empty-handed, no gun, no nothing. Agbero, AK-47.
If you even go and look at these policemen, exactly. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá gangan Agbero ni wọ́n. The police, the Nigerian police, if you go and trace their history back, the secondary school or primary school, Agbero ni gbogbo wọn. You know, it's an Agbero person that will say, yeah, bring something.
They know what to do to you,
rob you. Is that not what the police are doing? So they are Agbero themselves. So they understand the language of those thugs.
So esprit de corps ni.
Yes, exactly. They understand the language of those thugs. Everybody, you see, my advice for the Igbo brothers is, like you said earlier on, they should start setting up their mind.
I mean, they can create a fund.
Lagos.
These guys are billionaires.
The money they've made in Lagos,
sure you get.
They can use
and then direct all them developmental fund, direct them into critical structures in Eastern Nigeria.
Exactly, in Eastern Nigeria.
And see what will happen. That you don't need Nigeria. You don't even need their law or anything. Pull your resources together.
At all.
You know what I mean? Go on, Baba.
You know, so all the funds they have, the Igbos are rich. They've made so much business. They've suffered enough. They've done good business. What is power? They should now think deep and pump that money back into the Eastern region. Let them be doing their Agberoism there. When the time comes, as people are getting wise and wise every day from what you have been doing to them, you have been telling them this. People are listening to you. You don't know.
I know. I'm beginning to believe that a lot of people are actually listening.
They just that Maiyegun guy. The guy is making sense. The guy is making sense. He said this thing a year ago now. It's not happening now. Hey boys, let's wise up. The people are now talking. They're talking to themselves. They've seen how blatant the rigging in Nigeria is.
And they are
where
asking
nobody fears social media.
Happening.
They don't care what you put on Ngotomba Sony. You know, it is just, well, for me, I'll just say, let me give another person a chance.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy what is happening right now. And I will sit back and keep watching them. You know, when it's going to split,
everybody, no matter face warrant. Thank you so much, Baba.
Like you said yesterday, on my day breakfast, last. The breakfast is about to be served.
Everybody go chop breakfast. Thank you,
breakfast. You don't cast last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun. This is Windy City.
Hey, Windy City. Like all you veterans, when the conversation is really, really kind of serious, you always endeavor not to miss it. The contribution. I appreciate this.
I'm telling you.
How are you?
Let me just lie to you right now.
Please.
I'm speaking from our office. My job is on the line. If I get caught, so I'm going to be fast. Okay.
Right. Well, now, if you have faith, sir, if you have faith, for the next 5 minutes that you're going to be here, you shall not be noted or. Don't worry. I covered your area now. Let's talk.
Yes, you are my GO.
You have faith. Now, you do have faith.
Yes.
That nothing is going to happen, right? Let's talk, sir.
Yeah. Oh no, it's having a fun day, so there are no big wigs are not here. Listening while I was at work, I'm still at work, and it just touched me. You said something a few minutes ago that they declared. I didn't hear the news that they declared Lagos for Sanwo-Olu, right?
Almost now, if they haven't already.
Okay. If that's the case, what you said from the beginning that these people, they have to put everything together, the Igbos, because I don't think they have future in Nigeria. And anybody, either you're Igbo woman, marry Yoruba, Yoruba man marry Igbo, you think twice. Let everybody think twice. Because now, my girlfriend is Igbo. And we don't have kids, but I can guarantee you nobody is going to outcast my kid.
I mean, they would have to face me first. Anybody who is going to face my children and tell me that my children are this or that, you have to deal with me first. Trust me. You would have to deal with Maiyegun.
You want to Jew. I will live and die in America. I tell you that before anybody will say, "Oh, your mama is Igbo, your papa is from Aroki," because I'm a from Osun State. So, so I would rather live and die here.
Well, I think that's what they want to achieve. But when we get started, I still strongly believe that just like the narrative of Olowo Layemo, Olowo Lagba, instead of people with questionable source of wealth, never to actually make it public or brag about it. We, for the sake of our children, we should know this, that we must fight.
It's very, very appalling. I've been watching.
Because when they achieve what they want to achieve, sir, when they achieve what they want to achieve, maybe they are going to have to kill all our children who are product of intertribal marriages.
No,
because I think that's what we actually make them start.
The question I want you to ask those Lagosians, after they finish selling all the land, are they going to sell the sky?
No, they will start selling the ocean.
So, Oniya ló máa jẹ tó jù. Okay, Oniya ló máa jẹ tó jù jẹ́ fún ẹ lówó àwọn ará òkè kí n tó máa lọ. Wọ́n pò kọ́ ọ̀yà kalẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kó lóṣù wa mú olómi orí ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ mu. Ta ló fi ta bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ̀ fún? Àwọn ará Èkó ló máa jẹ ìyà. Wọ́n á jẹ ìyà yẹn. Wọ́n á gbọ́. Ayé á gbọ́ ọ̀run àmọ́. I just wanted to, put just a little bit of input. Because I heard that you're not going to be on tomorrow. You'll probably be resting.
I haven't said that. I said Irumole is making me say that. And a lot of you will be like, did he just say it's not going to be on tomorrow? I haven't said that.
You don't know. I woke up 6 o'clock. I was checking my phone. Where's Maiyegun? When I was driving to work, that was when I get the notice. I said, okay, fine.
Yeah, that's it.
But the only thing that touches me was the way they treated these people. It's really, really unfair.
It is unfair.
Forget about the election. Forget about the election.
Election will come. Election will go. How are we going to relate with ourselves? Windy City.
When they finish dealing with the Igbos, they descend on Yoruba.
That's right.
And they start with Yoruba that married to Igbo, Igbo that married to Yoruba. When they finish with that, then they descend with Araoke. So you understand? Go back to your
Araoke. Go back to your Ondo. Go back to your Oshun. You don't belong here.
If you want, leave them alone. Thank you very much for hearing me now, and thank you very much for what you are doing.
And thank you so much for all the support.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I appreciate you too. That's a Windy City from the United States. Give me a sec. I have another caller. Sorry. Hello there.
The General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Maiyegun Baba. This is me, Ayo from California.
AY from Cali. How you doing, Baba?
Yes, sir. I'm not really happy.
Please share with us.
Really happy at all.
I know.
I've been trying to call for the past 3 days, 4 days when all this madness I've getting to the top of the pyramid. And
I'm happy you got through tonight, Baba.
All the things that has been happening, even starting from like the whole Baribo issue and all the way stretched into what we are dealing with today. Me as a person, right? I'm a true Lagosian.
God bless you.
All right. I was born in Igaidu, Ngoro. One thing I want a lot of people to understand is that the problem that is going on right now with the Yorubas, it's not just like with the Yorubas alone, or Yorubas attacking the Igbos. The true sons and daughters of Yorubas will never for one day get up and attack the Igbos for anything.
Never.
I want everybody to differentiate what is going on at the moment in that Nigeria, this moment as we speak, that it is APC and APC thug attacking the Igbos. Not the Yorubas, because inside this APC thug, we have Yorubas in them. We have the Edos in there. We have Igbos in this APC thug, and we also have Hausas in that same APC thug.
Coordinated all this attack.
Coordinated attacking the Igbos. Yorubas will never attack the Igbos. Since when I was a baby till I grow up, all my friends in Lagos, when I was born in Mercy Hospital. Then at the age of like, at the age of 6,
that famous Omoti Dapon, Mercy, that popular Mercy Hospital, Children Hospital.
Yes, at the age of 6, 7 years old, we moved away from the island and we moved to the mainland. I was living in Iwaya. All my friends in Iwaya, around Saboyaba area, all my friends in Iwaya, everybody that I went to school with, my primary school years, all the way to the beginning of my secondary school years, are all Igbos and some Yorubas. Our tenants that live with us in my father's house in Iwaya, all our tenants are all Igbos. We never for one day have any issue. Christmas time come, all of us go to their house on Christmas Day on the 25th of December. We dress up in our finest clothes. We eat ram, we eat goat, we eat chicken, we eat jollof rice and everything.
That's right.
Anytime we have eat, they come to our house, they wear their regular clothes, they forget about their Christianity, they forget about their beliefs, they come to us. We all sit down together on the mat, we kill the ram together, we all eat together. That is the Igbo that I know.
The Yoruba Igbo relationship we all grew up
with. That is what we all grew up with. And it has already been embedded in us.
Yes.
So we don't see Igbos as enemy. We've seen them as the people that we love. That is why this intermarriage was so big between us, the Yorubas, and the Igbos.
That's right.
And forever, that is how it's going to continue. Amen. So I want to apologize to all my Igbo brothers and sisters. I understand like the way everybody are feeling right now. They totally have the right to feel the way they feel. Because people have turned their back on innocent people. And we as the Yorubas, we the true son of Yorubas and true daughters of Yorubas, we are not happy. We are not happy with what is going on. So anyhow the Igbos are feeling right now, they are 100% correct. They have the right to feel the way they feel.
God bless you, Baba.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the same thing happened, to me, I will feel like that.
That's what I said. So, like if all of us here, let's take Igbo out of it and put Yoruba everywhere you see Igbo. Just put Yoruba there. You and I, as we know, we can't take half of what we have read and seen.
Absolutely.
Them subjected to. If we have been honest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for this Gbadebo issue, the thing that the reason why I've been calling for the past couple of days that I did not get through is because I wanted to talk about this Gbadebo. No, I understand. I wanted to talk about this Gbadebo issue like a little bit. You know, because according to the Yoruba tribe and culture,
yes,
any person a Yoruba man gets married to, even though that person is not Yoruba, automatically, according to our culture and our beliefs, that person has become a Yoruba.
It becomes a Yoruba.
So automatically,
as family,
right away, as automatically that person has become a Yoruba. So anybody that is saying that Gbadebo is like half Yoruba, half Igbo, that is the level of how much you know. Like this, a bunch of uneducated bunch of Yorubas that have no clue about their culture. And even though if somebody commands, if one particular person commands some certain group of boys to go attack some other people, how many % chances do we even know, like those boys doing the actual work of the person that command them? How many % chances do we know maybe they are Yoruba or they are Igbo or they are this? Because these are just bunch of guys. Togri in Lagos.
Given a task to carry out.
Togri in Lagos has become a financial institution. MC Oluomo has become the Minister of Togri Affairs in Nigeria.
The richest thug alive.
The richest thug on the planet. MC Oluomo has become the Minister of Togri in Nigeria. Who made that Togri happen? The Godfather himself, called Tinubu. What happened in Lagos? I want my Igbo brothers and sisters to understand something today, and I want them to hold it in their left hand, not to waste it. What happened in Lagos? What happened in Lagos is this: Tinubu, APC, Sanwo-Olu, MC Oluomo, and every single one of them, they were so scared, and all of them are shitting in their pants because they know that the godfatherism of Tinubu is going to be exposed and is going to be taken away from them. Without the godfatherism of Tinubu, there is nobody like MC Oluomo. There is nobody like Koko Zaria. There is nobody like Sanwo-Olu. There is nobody like all these 50 Cent and all these criminals.
Guys.
There is none. There is nobody like them. The Yorubas, we are the true young generation of Yorubas that I am part of. And mind you, I'm just 33 years old boy. The young generation of the Yorubas, it was all of us that we stood up. That we stood up like, no way, to hell with the godfatherism that is happening in Lagos. And it's just unfortunate that Gbadebo was that one figure that spearheaded it. But everybody are saying that
one of the things people said. One of the things people said. They said that knowing the names of all these guys in APC, that 90% of them are not from Lagos. That there is actually a sort of a state capture that has happened since 1999 in Lagos, where indigenous people of Lagos they have been seconded in Lagos. They don't come first in anything because this outsider from other part of Yoruba land who have taken over Lagos, Tinubu as one of them, if they think what they did, calling Gbadebo Chinedu, calling him Igbo, if that is the picture they painted to the rest of the world, people should understand this. The indigenous Lagosians too were intentionally brutalized, and they will make sure they never gain power. Since 1999, there is no, Lagos has not been ruled by indigenous Lagosian ever.
But Maiyegun, do you even want to hear one bitter truth?
Please tell us.
When I was young, right? You see this slogan that they always say Lagos belongs to nobody, right? This slogan has been since 1998, 1996, 1997, 1999. When I was growing up, I grew up to hear all that word. But you know what happened in between all the Yorubas? Anytime somebody said that, I would be like, your Lagos belongs to nobody. That is where that word.
Nobody's land, the joy is our land.
With the true indigene of Lagos, we just laugh at it wherever we're all right.
Spectator in your own thing today.
Exactly. So now, what had happened in Lagos was that Tinubu himself and Sanwo-Olu, they used that slogan that has become like a joke between the Yorubas and other tribes in Lagos. That they were like, oh, Yoruba will not. We are just saying like, oh, you go see go to Mashele. The APC have now used that word. They have now turned it into a political term. They weaponize that word. It's supposing we know when we were young, we could have looked for a way to make that issue kind of like stop it. But what do we know? All of us, we are thinking like we are so used to that word that
we knew that Igbos are not coming to take anything. In fact, we know they are not coming. There are so many Igbos who are homeowners in Lagos today. There are the people who facilitated. They were once tenants. The people who facilitated them for becoming homeowners in Lagos, they were Yoruba landlords.
Yes, but Maiyegun, we know that the Igbos are not. We know that the Igbos are not coming to take our land. So you understand?
So they weaponize it.
We know that it's not going to happen. So we don't care about it because we know it's not going to happen. But the Nigerian system, right? They put this demonic song into our head that says, "Parents, listen to your children. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Try to pay our school fees and give us sound education." Do you know how long I've been singing? I've been singing that song since when I've been wearing Pampers. And I'm 33 years old, and it's still like that.
Nobody's listening to you. No parent is listening to the children anymore. Rather, the parents are telling the children to follow the same path they followed that brought us here.
But Maiyegun, now the parents are the one. The parents are the one that are now preaching this Igbophobia to the young generation that they were. You see the destruction that is going on. So I just want to apologize to all my Igbo brothers.
You are a gem, and I'm so lucky to hear from you tonight. All of us are lucky to hear from you. It's been wonderful night so far. Everybody have spoken amazingly. You are one of them. Thank you so much. Stay safe, Baba.
Yes, thank you.
So I'll take another one here. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
And I greet you.
We are meji ma to no ni o, but we manager mo or meji fe yon kan. Baba, how you doing?
Baba, well, o ti pẹ́ tí mo ti pè mo man try no àmọ́ mi get through.
Go easy. Even me. If I am the one, Baba, if I am the one on the other side, tó bá jẹ́ mi náà mo wà lọ́dọ̀ side tí mo ń pe number yìí, mo sure pé mi gan ni wọlé.
But I'm just very happy I got through because on the issue that is very dear to me, I've never been so disillusioned in my life as regards to what is happening in Lagos State. Maiyegun, I greet everybody that has spoken. Oh, everybody has spoken well.
That's right.
I greet you. I appreciate all their comments and everything. Maiyegun, the last time I called you, Abu Dhabi Moa, Timoni, I was on holiday in Abu Dhabi.
I remember.
Yeah. Now I'm calling you from Egypt, but I'm based in Germany.
Bless you, Baba.
Yeah. Today I went through to see the Valley of the Kings. If you try to go to Egypt, with family alone, just go to that museum in Egypt, in Cairo.
Right.
Yeah, that's by the way. Maiyegun ọmọ Igbo ni mi o, but I am born, bred, buttered, and plastered Lagosian.
True. In and out.
Ọmọ Igbo ni mi, bàbá mi Igbo, màmá mi Igbo. Number 53 Odo Street, Obalende not bí mi sí. Yoruba man, I own our house. Now my father be the caretaker. Bàbá mi ló ń gba owó. Bàbá mi ló ń gbà yàn sí ilé tí Yoruba man ní. Kò sí egungun tí mi ti lọ wò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọ̀ṣun State ni o, Ibo ni Ogun State o, ṣé Ìpẹ̀rù ni o, ṣé ilẹ̀ Olújì ni o, Ibo ni mo ti dé. Maiyegun wo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ọmọ Igbo ló ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn Yorùbá bí kò máa gbọ́ mi o. Ọmọ Igbo ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o. Èmi gbẹ́yọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Èmi gbẹ́yọ̀ ẹtì alùmọ̀ ṣẹ̀tì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Mo sì gbára ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sẹ́yìn o. Gbogbo ẹ mo ṣe o. Ìgà ìdúgànràn ibi tá a máa ń jókòó sí nìyẹn, ibi tá a máa ń ṣe fàájì nìyẹn o. Ní ẹnu ọwá gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn. Maiyegun mo understand tó ṣẹlẹ̀. You understand that's a hidden thing ni. Look at that ẹnu ọwá gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn, gbogbo shop, wọ́n tà ní. Gbogbo ilé, every house tó ń wo bẹ̀yẹn, where are you going to see? Bó ibi tí mo ti dàgbà ní Ìtafàjì, Láfíàjì gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn. They were selling it.
They are saying that you should be mixing it, if possible, make it broken, right? That Yoruba all through and through. They say you are losing them. You are losing them.
Okay, sorry, no. I want my brothers.
That's what they are saying. He's an Igbo man. Why can't he speak Igbo too? You know something? You have to start mixing them. I will sit here and I will enjoy every bit of it. Go on.
That I have never been so disillusioned in my life. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́? Maiyegun is a very, very bad and sad development. In Nigeria now, if you go and look at the statistics too, you said it last time. Àwọn tó fẹ́ra wọn jù ní Igbo àti Yorùbá.
Kò sí rọ́mẹ̀.
Àwọn tó fẹ́ra wọn jù nílùú yẹn nìyẹn. Maiyegun, look at music, look at collabo. Orin yẹn sìn, wọ́n fi Igbo sí, wọ́n fi Yorùbá sí. Àwọn èèyàn ń jó, nobody know anything. In football, in everything. Then wọ́n fẹ́ wá fi politics bá gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́. Maiyegun, let me allow other people to call.
I mean,
I'm happy
you know
I heard
something,
my
You know something. When I spoke earlier, Baba, other people here, they said, no, Maiyegun, leave him. We understand him. I said, okay, look at me. I am now put in the middle. See, majority of things you didn't say, people got the message. I am so grateful that we got through. I mean, you got through tonight. God bless you. Now, if you are still here and you haven't really dropped your own offering, which is like this broadcast or subscribe, you can take a moment and do that. Here. Hello there.
Hello, the general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Baba Gio, good evening.
You are so welcome. I mean, good evening to you too, Baba.
What happened to our mandate? What happened? Baba Maiyegun.
Stolen name. And I remember we all agreed that it was going to happen. The only shocker we were waiting for was to realize that it was for them not to rig, but we expected them to rig. So there's no shock here. There's nothing to shock anybody.
Maybe we forget one of the words you used to use, that injustice to one is injustice to other. So that's what is happening now.
Injustice everywhere. Injustice everywhere. Baba?
Everywhere.
Fire.
Everywhere. Thank you for the good work. This is what I will contribute.
Please.
Maybe Obi can use this opportunity to use his mandate to bargain for Igbo people for referendum. He can use his mandate. Okay, Baba, if you don't want me to go to court to collect my mandate, are you going to give us referendum, or you let restructuring? You need to take one of the two.
What are they going to do with this guy then? If you say restructuring in the face of Kolu, 1 second, don't go anywhere, Baba.
Elon Musk is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot.
Did you hear that? So maybe Obi shouldn't even present that as part of his request.
Yes.
Because they will just say it straight away. Restructuring my foot.
My foot.
That may not be a good idea, but go on, sir.
Because with all these things now, that is the only thing he can use to name them. Because now, I like me, I do tell people, Nigeria cannot work.
No.
Nigeria cannot work. We are seeing it every day. And it's repeating itself. Like last time when we have our last discussion, is it on Thursday or on Friday that you do parliamentarian? So I have a chance to contribute my quota, and I say, okay, Gbadebo and what this guy Jandor, they should find a way and form alliance.
I know.
Because I know these people, they are big cats, big elephants.
Yeah, now they're like big dogs. But yes, all those ideas, I was reading all of them. Jandor should come together with Gbadebo. Do you want to hear the truth, sir? Do you want to hear the truth?
Yes, sir.
The plan, go, when they were planning the rigging, was to shock everybody. Whether they come together or not, the plan was to make sure that the vote of the two of them, where they are writing for them, when they had them together, they will not even reach half of what they are going to write for Jide. So when then this Labour Party, Disobedient came and they rattled them. So what did they do? They said, Omo, We will have to rig this. So there's nothing like trying to see if they can try. No. We must rig. In fact, they said the person that suggested the new plan to them said, let's put like Obi, let's put Agbadebo. I mean, let's put Agbadebo at third. Yeah, we'll just make sure that Jandor, that everybody can see that the obedient have overshadowed in Lagos. Abi, they'll just put him second. They will just say Jandor scored 400,000, Gbadebo 220,000. Then Jide Sanwo-Olu, 900,000. So when you add all of them together, they will barely make half of the whole vote. But somebody advised them that they better not carry out such haste without involving Jandor. That they have to involve him or else, if he backfire, that's why they went with the whole plan. Okay, just make sure that it's far distance from me. Far. So that when people see the result, they will say, which court you want to go with this result? You are 200,000, is 700,000. How you want to do them? And that's exactly what they are going to push from tomorrow, sir. So whether they come together or not, they're not going to reach one. Because there was no plan for election. The plan was for... But go on.
Rigging. Yeah. But do you know that Jandor, assuming that is what we are saying concerning presidential election, assuming all those trends they pull for Obi is sure that they pull all those trends for. The ball game will not be like this. Let's be realistic. Now in Lagos, if all those trends they are pulling for Gbadebo, they pull it for Jandor, ball game will not be like this.
But why?
It will be big fire on the mountain,
right, sir? The question is why? Why not Gbadebo? Because they said Gbadebo has Igbo mom, and that's the problem.
No. It's not. Baba Maiyegun, don't let us go to that area. In my own perspective, you know, Jandor is an APC guy before.
Okay.
Jandor is APC guy before. You know all the tactics. Yobani tabafe mobo sebi obo. Moses was sent to Egypt to deliver the Israelites. Moses is living with the Pharaoh before.
That's right. He was raised in his house.
Yes. He know all the palace. He know everything. In fact, so now Jandor has been living with all these people before.
So he knows them very well.
Yes, Jandor have his own thuggery too. Just let us be plain. Jandor also has his own gang too. But Gbadebo is not in that film.
So that if Jandor is at the front, it's going to send a different ball game entirely. And he could face them fire for fire too. Right.
Fire for fire. With the level of the crowd we have with Gbadebo, if they can match with Jandor, they have his own tactics too, and his own
so late now that they can't even do that anymore.
It's so late. Because I personally am just doing permutation and combination that if these two people can come together, they will be able to defeat. Yeah, they will be able to defeat these people. Because I know it's not a child play.
It's not going to be
it's not a child play.
A walk in the park. It's not going to happen that way.
It's not.
I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for at least getting through. I appreciate where you also take it from too, but we are all learning. That's one thing everybody can be guaranteed of on this platform. You can always learn from other people's views too if you listen. Sir, thank you very much, and you should have a good evening, okay? So I am going to draw my curtains because my time is almost up before I overshoot it again. But thank you so much to every one of you who turned up tonight. The sharers, the likers, the commenters who make the comment section more interesting. If you want to sign that petition on YouTube, it's quite there in the comment section. Please open it, and it's going to open to the other side and fill it up and sign it. I'm going to sign it myself. However, all of you, my new friends, my new subscribers, you are welcome, okay? Don't worry. You will get used to the room, especially if you are joining on YouTube, okay? You will get used to it. It's always very interesting.
Respect other people. Say, okay, don't kind of make it look like a Facebook where people can just pick on you and just start attacking you for no reason, simply because they feel like, you know what I mean? No. On YouTube, if anybody kind of insult or start causing some becoming nuisance, I've got people there that will be like, get rid of this person, get rid of don't be that person, okay? You can disagree with everybody here. You can disagree with me. You're welcome. You can disagree with anyone respectfully, okay? But don't bring that gutter attitude, that what do you call it? That slum attitude where you think that everybody is like, shut up your mouth, go kill you, go do. No, you won't last here. Apart from that, thank you for spending your evening with me. My super chatters, you are those who always kind of make my screen colorful, right? If not, I will only have more color all night, which is this. But when the super chatters comes on, then you start seeing red, pink, blue, yellow, and on. All of you are part of what makes this platform more interesting too. Thank you. I will see you some other time. Yeah, and this conversation will probably never end. We will continue to liberate and educate the mind of the people so that the politicians that are actually hunting to use them for their own selfish agendas, hiding behind a tribe, ethnic, religion, and some other things they use to divide us. We do our best to speak to the mind that wants liberation. If there is any enemy to be afraid of, scared of, they are your politicians. Not even the devil they told you about, the one you haven't seen, but you've blamed almost all your life. If you pay attention very well, the real devil behind there or against your life, the real devil after your life, the real devil after your family, your land, the real devil after your relationship and all that is not the Igbos, it's not the Hausa, it's not the Fulanis. It is your politicians who come from all places too. When I say it's not Fulani, you know why? Because we know the Fulanis that are making our life hell. They are called the Fulani terrorists, armed, hiding in the forest, and then they're committing all this crime. We know them, and we know their enablers. We know their sponsor. We know why they can't be captured. We know why they can't be tried. The people that are doing this to us, they are those who are pushing the messages and rhetorics of, tribe, religion, and other things that they themselves don't even believe in. Before we start killing ourselves, before we finally pay for that one-way ticket to Rwanda, I will still use my own platform to tell you that the devil you should run from is that politician that keeps telling you somebody else is your enemy. They are your enemy. I think even if you can't fight them, run away from them. Stop feeding from their rhetorics. Everything they feed you is not in your own interest. Everything some of you are actually repeating, including what you are doing for them. None of them is in your own interest. If you think it is in their own interest, you coming together is not in their own interest. Staying apart is theirs. And you are helping them to achieve that simply because you hate Igbo. Not hating them is not right. Who made you so? Politicians. They are the most dangerous people. If you have anybody to run from, it will be them. And I am going to see you next time. Please have a good evening, all of you.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1.
àní Maiyegun máa wí. MaiyegunDiary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. MaiyegunDiary diary Politico. MaiyegunDiary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. MaiyegunDiary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. MaiyegunDiary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. MaiyegunDiary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàbù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.